My name's Judo Wallhead. The technique we're going to do now, we're going to use a power double to drive our opponent to the cage. As soon as we get him on the cage, we're going to clasp our hands together and we're going to rip him out. So I've come in and hit my power double, but he's managed to get a bit of a sprawl off and I'm going to find it hard to rip him out from here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on running hard, not worry about ripping him out, I'm just going to run him and get his back on the cage. So when I ran him back to the cage, make sure my feet are still back driving into him. I don't want my feet like this because it takes the pressure off here. So feet back, shoulder spearing into his belly. As soon as he hits this cage, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to release my hands from the back of his knees. And before he can change level, I'm going to connect my hands underneath his glute, sort of the top of his hamstrings. Okay? I'm going to take a gable grip, palm to palm. I'm going to pull it in towards my chest, and I'm going to pinch my elbows together, really controlling his hips and the top of his legs. From here, I'm really spearing him with my shoulder. My legs are back. I'm not in like this. My feet are back, really driving him into the cage and keeping him pinned there. All I'm going to do from here is I'm going to circle slightly away from my head. Because if I'm here, try and put it from here, there's no space. So circle away from my head and get my knee behind his knee. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to drive my hips and in one movement rip him off the cage. The reason I aim to do the technique like this and rip him away from the cage is because if you look at us now, I'm in a dominant position, side control, and I'm very, very far away from the cage. A lot of people do the technique and rip people out away from the cage, at the cage. Therefore, they land next to the cage and they can use the cage to aid their get up, okay, and basically defeats the hard work you've just done. So when I'm ripping somebody out, always encourage people to try and turn them off the cage. Now I'm here on top in side control in the middle of the octagon, away from the cage, and now he's got a lot of work to do.